Unique, New York is unique 4 times in a row. Then if you can't do it 4 times in a row, that means that you have a lazy mouth. If you go unique New York, that means you're not working hard enough. If you can't say unique New York is unique. 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 Go.
Unique New York is unique.
New York, see how you laugh? Keep it forward. Take that breath in and don't think about it. Because as soon as you messed up, you was like, you got nervous. It's about not being nervous. You got to go in there cool. Ready and go.
Unique New York.
See how you looked up? You said unique New York. No, look up. You can't look up because when you go in an audition and you be like, and then you look up, they're like, deuces, see ya, 1. Then you're like, what? I had my chance. You got to go in bold. Ready? Go.
Unique New York is unique.
Uh-oh.
Unique New York. Yeah, no.
Oh, I messed her up. My bad. Ready? Go.
Unique.
You gotta breathe. See, it's hard, so that's what we're working on. So half of them on Kirby Buckets can do it like 4 times, and like 3 of them can't. So we work on that. We do the seashell thing. We do 1 hen, 2 ducks.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah. We do good blood, bad blood, red leather, yellow leather. Good blood, bad blood. Because you say good blood, bad blood. That's lazy tongue. Good blood, bad blood, red leather, yellow leather. Do that 4 times. It's hard. Who can do that once? All I'm saying is good blood, bad blood, red leather, yellow leather. I didn't say red leather like my cousin, no. I didn't say good blood, bad blood, red leather, yellow leather. No. I'm Southwest Philly, that's how my cousins and them say it. Red leather. No, you can't be on TV, you don't see nobody on Empire talking about, give me the red leather. You understand everything that they say when they talk. Even when they do their rap and stuff, even when they're singing, they have good enunciation and they pronounce their words so America can hear them. They don't be like, so America can hear them pronounce their words like that. What you understand is what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? No, they're like, cut! Get him out of there. He's gone, done. Bye for now. You know what I'm saying? Good blood, bad blood, red leather, yellow leather. Who got it? See how you thought about it? You're thinking too much. You gotta do. You had it. You was like, for a moment, you was like, I can do it. You was like, then you thought, stop thinking. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be successful, you can't think. You got to leave all that doubt behind you. You got to walk in fearless. You got to psych yourself out and be like, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. I love it, man. We started when we were that age, huh?
We need to hear this. Kyla, you heard what he just said, right?
Kyla's smart. She's the smartest one. Don't say I can't. Say I'm having challenges.
I never heard someone tell me not to think.
Yeah, don't. Because when you think, you do like this. As soon as you think, you go, hey, can I get $5? Ain't nobody gonna give you $5. You be like, hey, can I get $5? My cousin up there, they stuck, man. They need it. Or if I was like, hey, can I get $5? They'd be like, he lying! No! He lying! You know what I'm saying? Don't think. That's why with that thing that you're doing, you gotta look at it so much, and know it so much that you don't even have to think about it. That as soon as you walk, you say stupid, you say disgusting, you say this, you say that. Should I say more? Everybody gonna be like, ah! You're gonna be like, that was so good. You all right, yeah, good, thank you. But you thinking stupid. What's the next line? Disgusting. Then that make your steps all messed up. Gotta look at it. Not right before you come. Oh, I gotta look at this. You be in the car looking. Your mom be fussing at you. You ain't do that shit. How you gonna look? You know what I mean? Move, boy! You trying to look. You're like, I'm trying to memorize. You should have did that before. You know? You gotta look at it.
I'm just saying that too.
When you're in the bathroom dropping the deuce, that's a good time to look at it. When you're in the bathroom on the phone. Nobody ain't coming in there. It's all stinking in there. Take your script in there when you drop the deuce. It'd be like, ain't nobody gonna bother you. Except if they gotta go, boy, get out of there, you been in there. You know what I mean? You gotta look at it, you gotta know it. That's the people who work it, man. That's the people who doing it. That's the people who out there making money. And you can do it. You can do it. You can. But it can't be all up in your head. You gotta really see it. You gotta believe it. You gotta see it. Some of y'all don't see it. Y'all just say, all right, I'm gonna go to acting. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Well, I walk like that, I don't even know. I'm not some dude that walks like that.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, I can't watch that at the time. I'll be having bad dreams, boy. Woo! You know, anybody have any more questions? That was a good question about what we do when we warm up. Anybody else? So you had a question, you just, right? You said, I didn't ask one already.
Ask again.
Ask again. Be that guy. Be that dude. You know what I'm saying?
He's there.
Any questions? Anyone?
Ask the question.
Anyone?
When you're like acting, do you have acting young? Do you like have time to go like to school and stuff?
That's a great question. It's good for y'all because all you have to do is 3 hours of school, and you don't have to do them straight. Like if I'm directing you in the scene, like on Kirby Buckets, and they be like, Troy, she gotta go to school. You only have to go to school in 20-minute blocks. But the bad thing is you got one teacher, so you can't get away with nothing. You're like, you just went to the bathroom. What? Do your work. So that's why they end up smart, because they have their own separate teachers. But during that day, you have to get 3 hours of school. And sometimes you can bank school. You know what that means? That means if you're like where you're supposed to be at school, you can do more and get ahead. So then when they be like, yo, go to school, you're like, I got 5 hours back. You're like, oh, all right. You're like, okay. You know what I mean? So that's what we try to do. Like now, we're not shooting. We go back to shoot on March 30th. So right now, they're banking school. They're just getting extra hours. They're just getting extra hours. It's more and more and more. You know what I mean? That was a good question. Do you have a question, sir?
I do.
Uh-huh.
Are there specific things that annoy you, like that people do on set?
Well, on set of a Disney, what happens on the Disney show most of the time? What happens on the show? Yes.
There is a problem, and then
There's a problem, and then what else happens on the, like especially our show, Kirby Buckets? Somebody falls. Somebody gets hit. Something gets spilled on them. The problem that I have is, say you've been doing the show, and this is the second season, like we're about to start, and then you come up talking about, I don't want nothing to get spilled on me this season. I'm 12 years old. What? When you go, you acting. You have to understand that you're acting, and Disney shows are you act dumb. Hey, what's up? Let's go. And then when you finish, you can be like, all right now. You can be who you are, but sometimes the people be like, I'm too old to say this. And you don't realize that you have a good show, so you can't get caught up in who you are. You have to think about what your character is. If your character is a dude that's always like, hey, guys, you know, you have to be like that. And then when people meet you in real life, they be like, he wasn't nothing like that character. That's because I'm a good actor. Yeah. So you have to separate the actor from who you are. You can't get caught up in what people are going to think. So that's the most thing I don't like about when I teach the kids at Disney and when I'm directing shows. Sometimes when you hit like 12, 13, 14, you be like, I'm good. You good? What? And guess what happens? See ya. Somebody else that looks just like you. Sometimes they don't even say nothing. No, this is John from next door. Where's the other guy? He's gone. They don't even mention it. You know what I mean? So don't get too big for yourself. Just really, whoever your character is, just go for it 100%. You know? Anybody else? Question? Question? No? Parents, questions? Yes. Yes.
Do you have school on the weekends?
No.
What?
No school on the
Do you
weekend.
think they try to get as much school as they can, they do it on the weekend?
Huh?
Do you think if they wanted to get as much school in that?
It's illegal. That's what we would do as a director. I'd be like, yo, get them on these schools Saturday, Sunday, all day, 10 hours. You don't have real school on the weekends because they don't want to pay the school teachers. We don't need them. Them teachers get paid more too. Yes.
Okay. Every time there's like a new show that comes on the next week, how many shows do you film in like one
That's a great question. Now the shows that I'm about to direct, I'm doing like episode 101 and 102. So what happens is, like on Monday, right? Like we don't start till March 30th, but my first day, Monday, I'll be like, okay, episode 101, you're in the kitchen, you and your brother are upset with each other, having a fight. We'll shoot that. Then I'll be cut. Any kitchen scenes in episode 102, then you have to run and change. And I'll be like, this is not the episode where you're fighting with your brother. This is the episode where you got bad grades. So you can't be in that same mode like, You have to be like, okay, what am I doing? So you have to be smart and read your script. A lot of the kids don't read their script and they depend on me to be like, here's what's happening. And I do it too much, so now I'll be like, did you read your script? And I sit down and make them read it because you're doing 2 episodes at one time. So each place where we are, we'd be like, this is episode 1. Now this is episode 2, go change. But some people times you get mixed up and you're like, is this episode 2? You're like, no, look what you have on. You know? So what we do is we shoot 2 shows simultaneously at the same time. So in 1 week, in 5 days, we shoot 2 whole shows. And we shoot 21 shows in the whole season. You know, it's a grape up in there. I thought that was something running. Don't eat that! Don't get sick. Yes, sir.
Here's a few of my adult students.
Hey,
Hello, how are you?
People be like that. You know, sometimes you have to know that.
Greg,
That's all I'm like, y'all know I'm like, you don't know her.
Only think.
Good job, boy. Any other questions? Yes.
Okay. Do you have like new experiences every day, and do you enjoy the experience? Or
I do have new experience every day. I can't say that I enjoy all of them because my most important thing is time. Like when I'm directing a show, they only give me 5 days, but I really need 7. So if you come to set and you're having a bad day because your mom told you off, or because your friend didn't text you, or put up a picture on Instagram of you looking like this, and everybody says, ew, you can't throw my day off and have a meltdown. Because if you stay in your dressing room for an hour, I'm done. And then they're looking at, not you, they're looking at me saying, Troy, we don't think you can handle this. Now I can't direct no more. So everything is like this. So you don't want it to be on you. You don't want it to be on you. If it's a mistake or something, you want to be like, it's not me. I'm doing it. So new experiences every day is trying to figure out how to, do a gag. Like if somebody has to get wet, and then we have 20 extras and we can't get them wet, because we got to pay them an extra $50. So I'm like, how can we not wet them but wet you? Hey, let me get a guy on the ladder with a big bucket and sit them over there, and then maybe one person will get wet. We'll only have, it's different things like that. But most of it is like a puzzle. Like some of you shouldn't only want to act, you should want to direct and produce and stuff, because actors, they make good money, but there's more money to be made behind the scenes. And plus you can learn a lot too by directing and stuff, how to know how to be a better actor. So since I've been directing since 2012 now, I'm actually a better actor now. Because before I only could act halfway. But I studied hard, so that's what made me a better actor. Like he had acting naturally. Like when he was younger, he could just act and just look and glance over a script. I'm that dude that got to study the joint. I got to be like, oh, then I have to record it. Then I have to listen to it. Then I have to do my lines, get somebody running with me. He probably got to read it like 2 or 3 times, then he got it. But with me, that made me a fair actor. But now I must say, man, since I've been directing, man, I'm legit. They even called me in on they doing a, what was that for? I told you about that. They're doing they think about doing a CSI Philadelphia. So I work for an agency called CAA, it's Creative Artists Agency, but I coach for them, their musical stars like Chris Brown, CeeLo. When they have a movie audition or something, I coach them on it. So the dude from CAA called me and was like, yo, I need like a 40-year-old actor to go out for a detective on CSI, and they want a new face, CSI Philadelphia, from Philly. I'm like, all right. So I went in there, I did a good audition, right? So then I got the call back. So then I did a good callback, and then they put all of these, and then once you get a callback, right? Once you audition for something, then they're like, we really like Troy. And then they say, we're going to give you a callback. And then you go in front of the producers, they're like, we really like Troy. Then after that, they make you sign contracts. Why do they do that? You can tell me that. Because they don't want you to go to network, and the network like you be like, man, y'all got to pay me. So before you even go to the network, which is like CW, WB, NBC, so they send a contract like $20,000 an episode, 17 episodes, then you start thinking about that money. I was feeling that money. So I went in for network and producers, I dropped them on them. Because it was supposed to be like a cold case detective, and then he was investigating the case, and his granddaughter was dead, but he didn't know that was his granddaughter. So then when he found out it was his granddaughter, he's supposed to be like, I took one breath, and I go, and he only supposed to say no. I said no, and the second time I said no, like I'm about to do, tears just rolled down. They were like, oh my God! But then there was 2 producers from the network sitting there. One had a bow tie on, and he was like, no, he doesn't look 42. That was it! I was like, that's why I stopped acting. I was hot. I did everything I was supposed to do. I got the tears on them.
That's it right there.
Everything! That's why I don't act, because it ain't about you. So when you act, all you have to do is do the best you can and then just bounce. I can't do it. I'm done. That would have been 20 an episode. It ain't about the acting. He was like, he doesn't look like he's 20 and has a granddaughter. He has a baby face. I'm like, yes, I do. I got an 18-year-old daughter in Ethan. But I ain't say that to him. I was like, all right, thanks, Billy. So go on. You know, so it's not about, remember, because actors get crazy. Why didn't I get the part? I did good, mommy. You don't know. You could have been too light-skinned. You could have been too dark. You could have been too tall. You could have been too short. The person playing your sister might have curly hair. You got bald hair. You can't, and they'll never tell you. They won't pull you apart. Like, you didn't get the part because your hair is too long, darling. No. They just be like, thank you, you did a wonderful job. And then they're out. And then you get crazy. Why? No. But if you go in and you do the best you can and leave it in the room, what God had for you, He had for you. What is God is not. But it's easy to say, I was hot. It's like, no, you don't look like you're, what? 44, man. Like, don't cry, man. Come on, man. And this is last year. I'm still hot. I'm still hot on that. But that's what God did to show me, because I keep acting all around the world, the struggle that y'all have and go through. The no's, the rejection. That's not for me. That is not for me. It's terrible for you to just, I did everything I was supposed to do. No, you just don't know. What? You know what I mean? Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Yes. What if they give you, they say you sign a contract and they tell you that you're gonna get like say $100 in one day,
Right.
but you don't do exactly what they tell you to do, but
You
you
still
sign
get
the
paid.
contract.
But if you don't do that job and do the work, you probably won't work on all the shows. Because they'll be like, that's that dude we had to pay all that money to, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do, so don't hire him. So you can't be like, you know, a football player and be like, I hurt my knee. That's why in basketball, if you sign a $30 million contract and you hurt your knee, you get paid. But in football, if you do, they ain't paying you. You know what I mean? So you will still get paid. And can you guess what the kids on Kirby Buckets and on Jesse makes every week? Every Friday. They made a mistake and gave me one of these checks. I was like, ah! Who can guess how much the kids from Jesse and the kids from Kirby Buckets make in 1 week, every Friday? Stop rolling that camera, bro. Stop rolling. So that's big money. When you direct a TV show like what I do, it's a union called the DGA. The minimum they can pay you is $25,000 an episode. But you think that's going to be coming all the time. So when I first got my directing gig in 2012, I made that 25. I was like, I ain't acting coach no more. People ask, acting coach on this. No other directing job came that year. That's why you have to make your gift make room for you. If you're a good salesperson and you can network really well, why quit that job? Because I'm an act and there ain't nothing coming.
No, not that.
Make your gifts make room for you. Everybody have a gift. You know what I mean? That whole year I didn't work and I just made that 125. So then I said, you know what? God gifted me to be a coach. So I started coaching, and every show that I coach on, the next season I direct. That's why we're going into the second season. But I got all big hit. I seen that 25. I'm just going to work about Kennedy's. I didn't know it was a line. It was like 20 people before me who just did that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's 8 o'clock and you got to switch.
I mean, any of the adults, and you guys got questions too.
Yeah, come on in. It's a day class now?
Yeah, right at this point, yeah.
Come on in. Hey, what's up? I'm at Troy Rowland 1. That's my Instagram. At Troy Rowland 1. Hit me up. At Troy Rowland. TROY ROWLAND 1.